part of the brain, part of the mind and brain is sensation, right? But the moment you name a particular sensation by a particular name, you've already created the response according to your conditioning. You understand? My conditioning, suppose a person's conditioning is he's anti-communist. And he's trained, he's educated to be anti, Arab, anti-Jew, anti-Hindu, this or that. So, you respond according to that condition. And that part of that conditioning is the association of the word with the thing. Never realizing the word is not the thing. Now, the word fear is not the feeling. So you have only that feeling left. That feeling, that sensation is part of the brain, a part of the mind. To observe that feeling with all your senses, then you will see, if you do it, not theorize about it, not speculate about it, but actually do it, then you will see that fear, which is the movement of thought, which is the movement of thought as the word, ceases. Have you understood all this? Then, psychologically, when one is free of fear, actually, then what effect has it on the physical instrument? You understand my question? If you are not frightened of any danger psychologically, what effect has that depth of the realization of truth on the physical? If you are free of that fear now, what effect has it on your physical state? You know, the psychological fears dominate the physical. That's obvious. And therefore, the body, the instrument, this organism, loses its own intelligence. If the fears of the psyche are constantly in operation, as with most people, then there is a tremendous strain on the organism. It's frightened, it's nervous, it's always apprehensive, always guarding itself, never open. And so, those psychological fears affect very deeply on the physical organism. And the inner affects the outer, And therefore, its own native intelligence of the body is being destroyed. As you destroy the organism through the pleasure of a taste, smoking, drinking, drugs, eating a lot of meat, all the rest of that goes on. Because you are trained, you are educated along these lines. Therefore, that's always destroying the deep organic intelligence. So, when there is no fear inwardly, the organism operates with its own intelligence. Therefore, it is quite a different operation. You understand? Nothing is dictated to it. No, well, you don't know this. So too, you must lay the foundation of all this. Because then only you will understand later on when we discuss about meditation what is implied in it. But if you don't lay the foundation, which is not to be psychologically, inwardly, psychologically afraid, and if you are afraid and you are still go after meditation, then you're caught up in illusions, in stupidities, in absurd activities. Because the root, the essence of destructive activity goes on, and you pile on it all kinds of idiotic ideas. Meditation is something that you have to, that comes naturally when you have laid down the foundation. Right? So, what we are talking about and having a dialogue is laying the foundation, not only biological foundation, but psychological foundation. When that foundation is deep, strong, healthy, safe, then the meditation then becomes something extraordinary. But if without that, meditation becomes rather childish, meaningless, leading to illusion.